be an eagle, you have to start off with having the DNA of an eagle and, more importantly, the mindset of an eagle. My guest in today's episode talks about how she got stuck in a business after a certain level of growth and couldn't seem to transcend it. She was a successful real estate negotiator with a team of 67 people, but it seemed she was stuck in what she called a bottleneck in her business. Hello and welcome to Season 4 of the Womenpreneur Asia podcast, and I'm your host, Krista Good. I'm also an entrepreneur, author, marketer, storyteller, and connector. Each season, I curate stories and journeys of Asian women entrepreneurs from India to Japan who are open enough to talk about their businesses and their lives. These are real conversations with everyday women in business across Asia. This episode is brought to you by my company, Redbox Studio. Today's episode is with Evon Heng, who is the Principal and Chief Operating Officer of PropNex Malaysia, a real estate agency with 1,000 negotiators. It wasn't always this way, and in the early days when she started the business, she found it a struggle to grow after a certain point. So let's get into her story. Evon, welcome to Womenpreneur Asia.
Hi, Crystal. Thank you for inviting me to be here today.
So, Evon, where are you located?
I'm actually located in Klang. I didn't move anywhere. So when Chinese New Year, I didn't have any outstation to go.
So, Evon, before we get into your business, I just want to know a little bit more about Evon. Okay, so we started by saying that Evon is 100% Klang, born and bred. So, yes. What was Evon like growing up?
I'm the eldest in the family. I'm the big sister. I have total of us have 4. I have one younger brother and 2 younger sisters. So normally the eldest, you have to take good care of the house. So this is where I learned my independence since young. And this is also part of the reason when you are the eldest, then you will tend to have more responsible for the family. And this is where how it grew me to be more independent. In school, during that time, I'm actually very active. During my, when I'm my primary, I'm actually in Chinese school. But secondary is actually in the Malay school as usual. So during the secondary, I'm an active person. I will involve in those curriculum and then from all the society, different society, then I will be the leader as well. I don't know, maybe I'm born with it or I'm actually a big sister, so eventually born into it. And after that, I go for my college time, I actually go into the business, then the degree also in business. I don't know, maybe I actually being influenced by my dad. I see him as a businessman, so this is why I take up the business course and degree.
What business was your dad in?
My father is actually someone that is actually an entrepreneur. He just do whatever is giving him opportunity. And he also doing real estate before. Like during that time, is made as a broker. You don't need to have license, then you do it. And during that time, got one period of time, a window period of time that whoever have experience, they can actually get their license to practice as a free. And he didn't go and get it. And he regret. So he shared his thought to me. So this is why after degree, then come up for the first job, I started to pursue study to get this license to practice in real estate.
What was your first job like?
During my college time, I also worked as a part-time because my father taught us to be independent. He just support me on my school fee. So if I want to have others fee that book or hang out with friends, then this is things that I need to earn for myself. So this is another way that train me to be independent again. So that means that I will have a thoughtful that, hey, how much that one spend, then I need to learn to earn from it. During young that time, you won't say that this is the good that father giving you the chance to do it. You will say that during the young time, I do have blame a bit, saying that why his father can support them, why not my father's. But when you grow older, you will know that sometimes this is actually a good training for myself. Then you will look at, hey, really appreciate during that moment my dad treated me that way.
So when you first got out of college or university, was your first job straight away in the business that you're in right now?
After my graduate, I worked as a management trainee in consultancy firm. Those need to get their quality management system. 9001 is like you need to QC, get the ISO certified of your product, of your services. So I actually go into a Singapore firm as a trainee. So I will go around together with the consultant to visit all the different industry, see how he consult. Then I'll be assistant PA to do it, learn it. And after that, I also in the industry about 4 years.
Do you go in because you were interested in the industry?
Somehow the opportunity just come, then I just go into. I'm also someone that is workaholic as well. After the degree, after the final examinations, then is actually having their own holiday. So this is the job that some my friends introduced. Then since I just say okay, since it's actually a good learning experience, so I just go in and learned it. And it's actually from the 4 year itself, I also learned a lot. It's actually really understand all the different industry, how is their process, and how is the overall management system in the company in different industry. Like I go into apparel line before, manufacturing line before, and trading. So I overall understand how is the process of it.
Then right now, let's get into what is your business?
Right now, I'm actually running a real estate agency together with my partners. And this company is called PropNex Malaysia. It's actually origin from Singapore. And we get the master licensing come to Malaysia. And it started here in 2018. So right now, it's about 4 years old. It's actually...
And what made you start this business? Because property business is not an easy business, right?
Yes, it's not easy. Actually, it's actually come along the way. I told you just now when I share, I go and get principal license, the license to practice in the real estate. Due of my dad didn't get it. So once after the examination, after the interview, I get my license. I also haven't really, once I get the license, then only I started to start a business with a partner. So during that time, it's just a small agency. Then slowly we grow. Slowly I learn as well to how to operate, and there's a lot of challenges. Then after that we find that sometime when you're doing a small, you will reach a bottleneck. So then only we decided to jump into this big platform, which is have so much room to grow, and also allowed my agents or my negotiators, my team that follow me, they have another room to grow together with me as well. Yeah, so why I jumped into it? One thing is first is because my dad that I told you. So since I already get my license, and during that time I work for others. So always work for others, no matter how hardworking you are and how much effort that you put it in, is still there lah. So why not start my own? If I'm hardworking enough, then I can earn more. If not, then I cannot blame others.
So just now you mentioned a very interesting fact that you did start off an agency before your present business, right? So
yes.
You made that leap between from that small business to this present business. I know you mentioned that you wanted, because at a certain point you reach a bottleneck. You just said you mentioned there a bottleneck, and then you cannot grow anymore.
Can say that during the moment, I still don't really understand why it caused the bottleneck. After continuous self-improvement, got one time I learned a course. They say that begin with the end in mind is very important. And then this is linked back. A lot of time we want to start a business like small. Then say that once small already, only we grow bigger and bigger. But from this begin with the end in mind is actually very important. When we want to start anything, we always must think what is the end goal that you would like to achieve. Like I want to be number one or be different, because this is very important to lead you to the right path and right way. Because I've been to, then only I review back. Okay, because during the time you just say, oh, just started lah. Then you won't have, I didn't have really clear direction saying that, oh, just start a business, then do along the way and grow along the way. But this might be difficult a bit. Then you will hit a lot of challenges, or you will reach a bottleneck. In order to share this more in further is something like, they say that like example, I give you example, like you want to be an eagle. Eagle is like a top, and if you being an eagle, you start from small, it's like small eagle, then you grow. So your pathway is the right direction. If you start as small, it's like small bird. The other type of bird, if you want to, from the bird itself, small bird itself, you want to turn into eagle, it's actually different DNA. So that's why you need to force yourself to close down, or maybe you need to restructure. If someone they don't want to do that, or they have a lot of emotion on that, then they will stop there. This is what, when I review back, is actually quite true.
So when you decided to make that decision to go to the next level, was it hard?
For me, it's still okay because I have a group of people. I get them to say, hey, how about I bring them over to check in Singapore, how is everything? They say that it's actually a good platform. So during the time, I know that we must do a change already. If not, later part, my team or my agents will go, because everyone would like to look forward and everyone would like to find a bigger space for them to grow. If we didn't change, definitely it won't be able to cater them for their continuous growth. So I have to make the decision, and then we get together with 4 partners to actually make the decision on it.
So how does this next step work for you?
PropNex is actually origin from Singapore. And then in Singapore, they are the largest and they are listed. So during that time, luckily they have the opportunity for us to actually let us get the master licensing to start up in Malaysia. So this is where we start up. So during that time, it also will have a big struggle and some challenges because it's actually new in Malaysia. And a lot of people might have the mindset saying that, hey, it's a foreign company and it's a Singapore culture. It might not be successful in Malaysia. And when we start up, it's actually zero profile because especially when we want to get those projects, want to talk to them, we didn't have any profile in Malaysia or the track record in Malaysia. So it's a bit struggle for us, but we never give up. We also keep moving, and we also but it's actually very good that it's actually Singapore giving us a very good support. They help us a lot. They guide us along how to actually build it right and do it right at the first time. That's why for this business, in order for us in these 4 years, we really grow. It's actually because we trust each other and we are very clear about our direction, and the culture to cultivate in the agency is also very important.
So right now in PropNex in Malaysia, how big or how vast is your network?
Right now we have about HQ is at PJ, then our first branch is the KLCC branch, then second branch is actually in JB, the third branch is in KK Sabah, and right now we have Charaj. In total of 4 or 5 branches of us is about, we have 1,000 negotiator. Yeah. 1,000.
So what does PropNex do? What kind of services? What kind of products that you have?
Okay, we are the real estate agency. So this agency is actually, we provide our service to those investor or those vendor. That means that we will book on primary market. Primary market is mean that those new projects. So we will talk to alliance with developer. Hey, we able to support you, help you do your marketing. So once we manage to get the product from developer, then we will sell it to the investor or the homeowner, whoever would like to buy on the property. And then we also can do on the secondary market. That means we work directly with the secondary markets, we so-called sub-sale market, helping those vendors to rent out their unit or help them to start it up. Yeah, so it's actually very vast. We can go into residential, commercial, industrial, and land. So we at the same time provide the platform, allow the negotiator to leverage on this platform to build their business to serve the customer. Yeah. So we is like in the middle, create a platform for the negotiator. We guide them to actually have the entrepreneur mindset. You leverage on the company platform, then you serve the client that who needed the service of us.
What do you see that is unique in PropNex when you first decided to take it on?
The unique is the first thing is the culture, because this culture, in order for I see that Singapore are small places, and they can able to grow, continue to grow 20 years, and they still growing stronger and stronger and bigger. Is one thing is about the company core value. The company core value is actually, they say that the core value is, short form is called CARE. C is actually continuous self-improvement. A is autonomy and entrepreneurship. R is respect and concern. E is ethical. So all these four pillars of the core value is very important. So like first one, continuous self-improvement. No matter what we do, we must always continue self-improvement. This is very important. So we also can see the management in Singapore, they also play the same thing. They also do it by their own. Also always be continued improvement. And as a business, we also need to continue improve to add value back to our negotiator or add value to our customer. If we didn't continue improve, right, you will be like stagnant, then you will fade off. Like now, you see the environment keep on changing. If we didn't improve, like during this pandemic lockdown MCO, we also continue to improve, ask our agents to embrace the IT. If not, if you don't want to change, then you won't be survive through it. So this is.
Are there any examples? Like
example,
embracing IT?
IT is actually now our agent is actually start, because last time you property to Zoom, or sometimes you send a video to they cannot accept it, and no one will do that. Now it's okay. You can actually send me the video, or you actually do our presentations to video, and then I show you the presentation slide and then how is the project, and show you some of the video. Some of the investor actually, especially is actually buy for investment, they were actually okay with like you do the virtual talk and you just show them through video. Maybe some of it is like want to buy for own stay, they still want to go in and feel. But some of the condo, like the tenants that already stay there, they know in and out. So if like they already know the layout because they've been staying there, so you just send them the video and they just look at it, the price is right, they also just grab it. So we have successful case. They just close the deal by using the video, and they're able to close the project by just using the Zoom do presentation. Yeah. So and then we also guide them because during that time, the first lockdown, we're not sure, right? Then after that, they got experience, so we want to do. And then we also guide them use the green screen because you cannot go out anymore. So some of the video that developer do provide, then you can actually yourself be there and talking, and then you can integrate it together. And now you can see that Facebook is also very important, and you just post it, some people might come to you. And we also say that now become the negotiator, new way of doing it, become YouTuber. Yeah, so they will also will farm at their gardens or farm as the place that they do it. They keep on doing a lot of different video, and you can actually be very creative right now. You don't need to be saying that, or you must be very formal, speak in English. You can speak whatever language that you want, as long as you're able to target to the right target market that you wanted. So now you know that now young people, they have a lot of creative idea. Some doing TikTok lah, some they doing TikTok with some storyline, so that people won't be so bored.
So these are all the new ways of selling.
Yes. And now it's not about the product, it's actually how you brand yourself. I do come across that our agents saying that do have some customer go and their Facebook, although they find their property from their website of the iProperty, but they also go to search Facebook, see how's this person reliable from the Facebook. So that's why it's not about you selling the product, it's you also selling yourself. How you brand yourself.
True. Now you brought a very interesting point about it's not really about selling of the product, right? It's about how you brand yourself. So in your own way, you must have also branded yourself well in order to be well known in these property circles. Because I was recommended to talk to you by someone who talked very highly of you. and say, you must talk to Evon. She's a very dynamic lady and she's doing property. So tell me, Evon, how have you branded yourself? How have you grown yourself in the way of influencing others positively?
Because I always believe that everyone, they have their uniqueness, especially ladies. Because a lot of time when we tend to have our, like you become housewife, you forgotten the uniqueness of you, the greatness and worthiness in you. So everyone of us is the star. So you must star. You cannot or shy to be who you really are. Because if you live out who you really are, who knows, you will touch the other life or you might inspire others. So this is why I say that, I just live in the greatness that mine and then do what I say what I do, and I just do whatever things that is come to must be aligned with what I'm doing right now. So this is how I do my branding and also lead myself to the way, work the top as a leader, as a woman entrepreneur in the industry.
If you can describe yourself, what would you describe yourself as? Do you think in your own way, is it a good or suitable career or business for women?
It's very important that this industry, if you are someone that love to connect with people, you love property, and you don't mind to, sometimes you need to run under the sun or raining or work a lot, then you are welcome. Okay, because some people is actually they don't like to talk to people. Maybe they just want to work at an office, then it's not suitable. Yeah. So if you would like to you love all this, then you are actually welcome to explore. And in this field, it is not a difficult thing. It's just that you need to learn, and while work, it's actually learn along the way. And it's actually a very good opportunity for you to, at the same time, you help others, and you also learn how to do the investment, and you also will know how is the market in the real estate.
Have you seen cases of people who overinvest?
Yes. Then you become hard. Then like during the MCO, then you didn't have much income. Then you will be very struggle. So don't over doing that because private investment, they always have the risk. Okay, and for property itself, it's actually a long-term investment. If you're looking for short-term, then it's actually become a speculator. Then it very difficult. And you know that sometimes property, if you say that you want to sell, it might take time. So it's not saying that when you need it, you can just sell it off just like that. So you need to have some period of time when you sell it off. When you sold, then you also need to have a period of time for them to do the transaction transfer. It will take about 3 to 6 months time. Yeah.
So it's not easy to liquidate into cash.
Yes.
If you really need money.
I know that some parents bought it for the education fund or their retirement fund.
So what do you enjoy most about your business?
I enjoy dealing with people. I enjoy to seeing all the beautiful houses or all the nice design, interior design. And sometimes the most happiest things, the most fulfillment is actually when you see someone that is actually, they come in, they don't know anything, and they really transform themselves and grow themselves, and now they become a different people. And when they're successful in doing the business, in this as I talk about negotiators, when you see them transform, it's not only them, it's their family as well. I have a housewife, don't know how to speak very fluent in English, but when she started, she also don't know everything. She also very struggle, but right now today, she already able to hit more than her normal income. She earn a lot, and she can actually bring their whole family go to the Japan Disneyland, and also buy some branded. Girls sometimes would like to have some branded bag for herself, so she managed to buy it. And this is how I see the transformation in her. And when she transforms right now, she also be a leader to actually guide someone in this business as well. So this is something that the fulfillment money cannot buy. And I really see her confidence level is actually building up to another level, because I still remember when she said that she's housewife. I said she actually admire those that I quite admire or being inspired by those women that are able to carry carry to that means that you become a housewife, you still can do your business. And right now she managed to achieve what she dreamed of. And this is something that is actually fulfillment. And we do have like a lot of cases like a young man is actually from a single mother family. He come and work is actually support the mother as well. So right now you can see he's transformed, everything settled, and from his boy become like Pato, right now have family, and now the children is coming out. They still grow together with me. So this is a lot of things that money couldn't buy. And another good thing, this is about negotiator. So if about those our customer, the vendor, when they really buy a good investment or they buy a home for their home family, because as a home, once you're able to buy your home, it's actually for love. Every one of us need a shelter to have the love in the house. So this is something that also money couldn't buy. That's why I always advise our negotiator that do add value to them, because a home is very important to a family.
So when you were saying add value, how should your negotiators add value?
Because some people, they're coming from is different. They just want to get their commissions, then they sell whatever they. So our side is actually, you need to listen what is their needs. Not saying that you just push the product your own hand. How about listen to them, where they are, what they want to find. If sometimes some people might have some, maybe they not be able to get the loan, so we should be able to advise them how to do their proper finance, how to ensure they can actually able to get their loan, then they can get their house. So normally we also will do advice on that, and then we also listen, let them compare a few and show them a few example, a few locations, so that they can make their sound decision as well. We will normally won't push, and also we'll let them, or maybe they are not ready yet, then get a banker to get them to actually understand their loan and let them know about their financial status. When they are ready, they will need to come and look for us again.
Okay. At least the good thing is, there's no pushy sales, because a lot of times I think people are afraid is because you just want that person to just say yes on the spot. And sometimes buying a house or even any property, it's really a life-changing decision, right? Whether or not you want to live in it is another thing, but it's just a big investment that you really have to think about.
It's their life-saving. Because when I first bought my property, also life-saving. So it's actually a hard-earned money for a lot of people. They've been saved. If especially buying the secondary market, they need to fork out 10% later part, the loan agreement, there's a whole chunk of money.
When you're talking about that, I also wanted to know, are there anyone who's not suitable to be negotiators? I mean, you mentioned that people who don't like to talk to people, I know, but yeah, I'm sure there are people come in and out of the industry, right? It's not just like everyone comes in will be like super successful.
Because in real estate right now here, you didn't have basic. It's actually based on a commission earned. So if you actually come in saying that I try and see, or look see, you didn't have the determination, then it won't be success. Because I've been seeing, or some people say that I see others that seems like very easy, so I come in and try, and it won't be success. It actually really need to put a lot of effort, because it's like you must have no longer working under anyone. You no longer is coming from his employee. So you also must be able to lead yourself, because you don't need to come in like 9 to 6 or punch card or anything. So you actually need to have your determinations, know your way to do, because a lot of time it's those that is actually under employment. So when they come over, they're like waiting for instruction. What is next? And then if they didn't have like timing giving to them, then they don't know. They will take their own sweet time or sleep until 10 or 11. Then it's a bit difficult. So you need to really know what you want and be focused and study. You must also be proactive to study the area or the property that you want to focus some area, because when you want to advise people, you should be able to know the in and out. Where's the school? How many kilometers away? And are you really experienced before? Because sometimes if you really experienced before, like by walking you can reach there about 5 minutes. So the way that you set it up is so much different. If you didn't really do the groundwork, right? When you talk, you also like not so sure. So people also will feel that you're not sure about what you're saying. So all this is proactive that you need to do your groundwork and study.
So then what's a typical day in Evon Heng's life? What do you normally do in your day as a negotiator and the owner of an agency?
Now is actually for me right now, early morning wake up, then I'll do a bit exercise of myself. I need to tone a bit. Then I have a small cat, then I have to feed her before I go to office. There is normal routine, all the management work that I need to do. And then once in a while, we also meet the leaders, meet the negotiator, meet newcomer, and then have meeting. Yeah, and then sometimes I have to go on meeting. And then for me, because I'm in my office in PJ, so sometimes it might jam. So I won't 6 o'clock come home. I will still stay in the office. Sometimes we'll have dinner with different group of negotiator, because human business, we need connection. So I will still connect with them, understand them, see what they need to support. And also for myself, I also on the ground, I listen from them what is the challenges they're having, or what is the current situations right now. So it's actually, I think that I will still spend time with our negotiators, because this is all about connecting. It's about connections, about you need to talk and then sometimes listen what happened, what is going around. Yeah, because people sometimes might have some emotion up and down. And also will listen, hey, how is the transaction? How is the market? Who is coming in?
What about yourself? Were there any expectations from your own self when you came into this business?
When I came into this business, because I already get my license and I'm doing it, so why I still love this industry is actually I won't go anywhere. This business will be built to last for me, because it's actually overall, it's I can continue to empower myself, at the same time I empower others, and I teach them how to fish so that they can know how to fish, then to actually for their family. Then on the other part is actually when we're able to help those people to get their good investment, buy their home sweet home, and this is something that money couldn't buy, the fulfillment. And at the same time, a lot of time we say that we need to really do the charity of work. So in my business itself, I also is already doing the charity. I don't need purposely to go and do the charity, help out others. They only mean that charity. So for me here, I'm already it's part of my life that doing pay it forward to others.
Tell us a little bit more about it.
When we be there to listen, when we be there to guide them, we share it unconditionally. That means I won't be selfish. I will guide you. Whoever that is not in my company, or whatever you want me to share with you, I can actually share, and I can actually guide you along. I don't mind, because if you're in this industry but we are different company, I will share with you as well. Because who knows? Because the more that you know, you share, it won't take away. It's actually the more that you share, it will be yours. Yeah, this is what I always believe in. When you share, it becomes repeating, then it becomes your wisdom.
So in order for you to come to this stage in your life, I'm sure it is, like you said, right? You thought about, you wanted to be the eagle. You don't want to be the small bird, and from the small bird you become the eagle. So it took a kind of shift in your thinking, and that thinking was because you realized it through running your first business, or like you mentioned, was it through a program or a workshop that you
I always like to attend training courses. I like to read book as well. I attend a lot of different training courses, or some of the courses, or some of the business training or coaching, because a lot of time we don't know what we don't know. Once you aware and you know already, then it will become your knowing. So once you change, you aware your knowing already, then it will influence your action. So after that, your action change, your result will change. So that's why one of the core value, continuous self-improvements, is very important. We need to contemplate, and then we need to put in our in reality, or our things, to check it out. Hey, what is things that working? What things that not working, or what can I do better, or how can I improve further. So this is the thing that I learned along the way.
Were there any tough moments in your life? Whether it is in this business or not. Were there any tough moments?
The tough moment is when we set it up. Everything is actually starting from scratch. During the setting up, we need to travel to Singapore. We take the very early flight, and then we need to do a lot of things during the short period of time. And then we need to, during the time is the struggle time that one person you have to carry a lot of tasks, and then we have to complete it, and then we have to travel to Singapore quite often. Then after that, we come back late. So during that time, because we need to learn, we need to copy, and then need to go meeting. During that time, because no any lockdown, we will travel there.
You were there to learn about everything that they did, so that you can bring that system back to Malaysia.
And we also go through the training, and then we bring the people go there and do training as well, both. Our agents also attend their training courses together, some boot camp together. So we also be there to be a part of facilitator to learn together with them. So this is the way that we learn. And myself, during that time, I also traveled to Taiwan to learn other courses.
Then who inspires you in that case?
Actually, my mother do inspire me. My mom is someone that is actually read a lot, and she also will always say that woman, we must know how to earn for our living. You must live in your worthiness lah. Because my mom, during her young time, she is actually a very good student, but she didn't have family couldn't support her for her further study, and then she become housewife. So she, based on her experience, she tell us that you must live your life to the greatness and to the worthiness as a woman.
Who do you hope to inspire?
Last time I do have this thought. I want to inspire those single mom, because got one time I study in a class. Then I see the single woman's very tough, so I say that I want to make a stand for a single woman. Then after that, I changed my thought. If the way that I think that I want to stand for a single woman, I create more single women in the world. So I better say that whoever want to grow together as an entrepreneur, or you want to start your business, I'll be there to coach you and share with you.
Really, the realization is important, right?
Yes, because every moment you will grow and you will change. So this is why when you ask, I will share back during the point of time. Yes, I'm like that, because during the moment I think maybe my compassion. So I say that I want to make the stand. But after, when you grow a bit and when you really study, learn more, they say, this will indirectly, you will create more like that. That means that in order to fulfill your demand, then I need to supply you ma. So no, better don't. So I changed my stand. Is actually, no matter is a woman or man, you would like to start up your business in real estate, or we can discuss lah. It's like entrepreneurial mindset. We can always sit down to share and to coach or to inspire each other, because in this world, a lot of time it's actually you inspire me, I inspire you. And then we normally is like a push and pull factor. That's why this is also I share with my team. Once you know already, you be a leader to go and coach others. Because a lot of time when you say that I want to be a lone ranger negotiator, I work for myself, I don't want to pay it forward or don't want to share with others, then you will tend to see yourself is still at the same place. You didn't grow to anywhere. When you have a team of people, right, it's like there's a quote. When you want to go fast, you go alone, but you want to go far, you go with a team. So this team will lead you to go far away. This is, I personally experience it, and I do see my team, whoever that is actually trust, they become a leader, they lead the team, then I see they also go very far. Those that still want to be alone, they is still there at the current place.
Very good insights on teamwork and collaboration. Then, for instance, if someone came to you and says, "So Evon, what advice would you give someone who wants to start a business like yours?" What would you tell that person?
Okay, I will just say why you want to start this business. What is your core purpose that you want to start this business? If you say that I just yeah, everyone is actually start any business also because of the money. Okay, money is just the byproduct of what you're doing. So because sometimes you chasing money is actually very tired, and sometimes you will start to lose your way. What I'm doing all this for. So if you start your business, you know that my purpose is actually want to add value to those homeowner for my industry. So for your industry, you go and ask yourself why you want to start this. What is the purpose that you want to add value or create to the people around you? Then money eventually will come. Because money is just a byproduct. Normally is we provide our service, provide our value to someone, then the money will come. So this is the service that you give away, then automatic the money will come. So you just focus on what is the value or things that you want to add to others.
And what are you no longer afraid of?
No longer afraid of. No matter how what you were afraid, will still have one. When you want to like go on stage to do presentation or want to talk, the fear moment, that moment also will have fear. Just need to always remind myself, just be courage. And why I want to do this thing for is actually I want to share it, and then I want to educate, or I want to empower others. So no matter how, the fear is still there.
Do you have any unusual habits that you love?
When young, that time I love to do all those creative craft work. But till of now, I didn't have time. Maybe slowly I will go back to do that. Yeah, this is one that people don't know. But for those people that know, that the habit that I have is actually reading, listening to music, and then I also do cooking during the MCO lockdown. I also cook a lot for myself. I also want to learn a bit, do a different cooking style a bit.
And what's the craziest thing you've ever done?
Oh, craziest things. Doing skydiving, bungee jump. Is it considered?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. And where do you do those things?
For the skydiving, I do it in Melbourne. In the bungee jump, I do it in Sunway Lagoon.
Oh, okay. And what made you want to do those things?
To challenge myself. And skydiving, people say that in a lifetime you must do once. So during that time, friends, we travel and said, let's do it. So just let's do it.
And let's do something that's a little bit more personal. What personal goal are you most focused on right now?
My personal goal right now, for me, personal goal is actually I want to continue. My personal goal is actually self-love. Because actually a lot of time we tend to do a lot of things for others, and then we forgot about ourselves. And especially women. And now, because it's woman entrepreneur, that's why I say that we women need to do self-love ourselves. We must have a moment for ourselves. Especially those housewives, you always say that because of children, because of husband, because of everything, and then you tend to forget who you really are. So for myself, once in a while, I am very busy with my business, with people around. So I need to learn to have my self-love. The self-love itself is not those like you buy something that you like or you go and do your spa. It's not. It's actually you really love yourself inside out. And a lot of time, because during when I go for a class, right, teacher say, what is about self-love? At the early stage, buy all this thing, do pamper myself, do massage. And teacher say that, no, it's not. It's actually about your self-love. Are you do your own well? A lot of time we live because of others. We forgot to live of ourselves, and we tend to make a lot of people happy, and then we forgot about ourselves.
That's true. For a lot of women, doesn't matter whether you're in business or not.
So this is one thing that I want to share, because I also learn, because this self-love is not something that we can learn it, finish it. It's a life journey that you need to continue to learn it to become your new habit and new belief in you. Because we've been brought up, we always say that you will listen a lot, say that, and then we tend to do a lot of things is because of others people. So you've forgotten about you need to make a stand for yourself and be responsible of yourself. And also, in Chinese word, it's called 忠于以自己, means that what you want, you must do it for your own. A lot of time, I love I love to actually go for learning. But you say that, oh, because I didn't have time, I need to take good care of others, then this is you violated your own will. Yeah, just need to listen to what you really wanted, what you want, and then you do it. Because no matter how, it still go back to yourself. It's very important. If you yourself also didn't love yourself, how you say that, I love so many people.
I'm going to ask you some quick questions. You let us know what is it that you prefer. Favorite animal?
Now I have a cat, so my favorite is cat.
Favorite book?
Okay, I have a lot of books. What is the book that I like the most? It's actually 7 Habits of Highly Effective People.
That's also my favorite book. One of my favorites. I read that book a long time ago.
I read that when college time. So during the MCL lockdown, I read it back again. It have another new realizations again. It's very true.
Yeah, I think when you read it at different times of your life, it brings out different things that you can see for yourself through your own experience.
Yes.
I think I also read it when I was just out of university. And for me, that time, it wasn't as meaningful when I reread it many years later after working and running my own business. Favorite song?
Favorite song? I didn't have any favorite song, but I like bossa nova, jazz.
Okay. I like jazz too. So that's cool. Favorite compliment?
Also someone that is not so good in receiving for compliment. So you say that. So this is the things that I need to learn to receive the compliment from others. So, what is the compliment?
What have people said about you most of the time when they come and see you? I know you say you're not very good at receiving it, but I'm sure people have said about you to you.
Kind and good listener. Yeah, I always listen first and then see what they are. And because I sometimes, right, I always tell my agent, when you're doing good, right, people won't remember which company that you're coming from. When you're doing not good, right, people will ask you, which company are you from? Because I'm also the principal of the company. So I receive complaint. So normally I won't have any judgment first, because normally complaint, customer will call. They will say whatever thing and always say that it's the agent's fault. So I will just say, okay. And listen, finish, no any judgment, then go and call the agents. So agent will have their own story again. So always must be neutral to actually handle the cases, so that we'll get the win-win situation.
So you must be good at that, right? Because that is really a tricky situation, because both sides will never say that they are wrong.
Yes. So always must be very good listener. Then let them to try to lead them to see at different perspective. So this is one thing good that it trained me as well. So sometimes I say that it's not I'm the one who inspire them. Sometimes they are the one who teach me as well. Yeah. So when they have a certain case that couldn't handle and couldn't able to solve, they also talk to me and say that, oh, I'm not sure, let me go and check with lawyer. So it's also another for me to learn as well.
And where can people find you online if they want to connect with you after listening to our episode today?
They can go to my Facebook, Evon Heng, or Instagram, Evon Heng. And actually, you can just type Evon Heng in the Google. Maybe you can see some of my info out there. Yeah.
So thank you, Evon. Thank you for sharing with us your journey in the property industry.
Thank you, Crystal. I'm really happy and to chat with you, and yeah, it's actually a fun of these conversations, and hope that we can actually inspire more women out there. Just one last thing, if women out there, if you want to do a business, or you actually have the desire to want to do something for yourself, just go and pursue it. This is very important. You are important. Don't forget that.
Thank you. Thank you for that very empowering message, because I think more women need to understand themselves as well as know what they want in life. Because if you don't know what you want in life, at the end of your life, you would have regrets, and we don't want to live with regrets, right?
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, so thank you. Thank you so much, Evon.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for listening to the end. I hope you enjoyed this episode as much as I did. Evon taught a key lesson. When you hit a hard stop and can't seem to grow, maybe it's because your tools, systems, and processes aren't in place as they should be. Here's a favor I'd like to ask. I've been producing 4 seasons of my podcast and I'm at episode 49 at this time. I'd like to find out more about what you like and what you don't like so that my season 5 can be even more spectacular. I've created a quick survey and it's completely anonymous. I don't ask for names or emails even. I hope you can fill it up and tell me what you really think of Womenpreneur Asia. Just go to tinyurl.com/Asian podcast. That's tiny, TINY, url.com/Asian podcast. ASIANPODCAST. So that's at tinyurl.com/Asian podcast. And you'll be a real help to me because beyond growing the 222% in downloads for the first quarter of this year compared to last year, I still need to know a little bit more. So thank you. Thank you for being a listener. Thank you if you just found my podcast. Thank you for being that person that keeps me going week after week and month after month producing this show. And there's so many exciting things are in store and I can't wait to announce them as they unfold. And of course, as always, I'll see you next Friday.